What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher, Whyte. The verdict is in on the B sample. He has passed by Vata. He has passed the pre-fight drug screen, and he's passed the post-fight drug screen. This is sample B. So, he passes, okay? But then this was July 17th when he passes. Then, of course, they had to screen him again. He passes that. But the UCAD drug testing that supposedly, allegedly, had the drugs in it, or registered drugs in that particular test, was from June 17th, which was a month prior. Okay. So this is the question you ask yourself. Vata didn't register Dillian Whyte with any drugs. That's why he was cleared to fight. So yes, what they were saying is he was cleared to fight due to Vata. Vata is registered or regulated through the WBC hires Vata under the clean boxing program. So if you're in the WBC rankings, you have to take random blood and drug testings. Okay. That's from Vata. He passed Vata. UCAD detected these drugs, right? Or allegedly. That's where the finding is. That's where the story from Boxing Scene cracked open. And that's what brought all this about. It wasn't Vata or the WBC. The strange thing is now, or the strange thing was that the WBC temporarily suspended Dillian Whyte, right? Without even finding out because, hey, the verdict's in. The man has passed the second test afterwards. He passed the one before, so obviously he would have passed the one after, right? If he ain't been doing a perfecting, right? So he should have passed. So what does this mean now? This means that UCAD, and then here's the thing, UCAD is not saying anything. UCAD has been hush-hush about anything concerning Dillian Whyte. But my whole thing is, why is the UCAD so quiet or hush-hush or confidential about drug screenings when they weren't before? Remember, guys, this is how this all came about. This is about UCAD. This isn't about Vata. This isn't about the WBC. All these guys became interested after the fact. After the fact. So since these guys became interested in on UCAD, UCAD went hush hush, and I wonder why. I tell you why. Because UCAD now is hush hush, and I got some steamy news to tell you guys later on. I'm going live. Maybe about 4 o'clock Central Time, which is 5 o'clock Eastern and wherever else. I'm Central. So I'm going 4 o'clock, and I have a lot of things to discuss concerning UCAD because I found out a lot of interesting things about UCAD and how they operate. And it's very interesting, to see what they do and why they did it. Now, as far as the WBC goes now, where do we go from here? Is the suspension uplifted? Or is the WBC and Vata interested in what UCAD decides to do or decides to say, because they're not saying anything no more, which is retarded, because they were the ones that supposedly had the primary information that he failed the test in the first place. That's why it's making no sense. That's what Dillian Whyte was referring to. He's like, it's a effing stitch up. Remember that? Because he knew, like, well, how can I pass one and fail the other, right? And I get cleared to fight through Vata. Well, what the hell is UCAD for? Right? UCAD is a domestic thing and the domestic drug test that I took while I was here. But you took it at different times. So the question is, what does the WBC, what did they honor? Right? Do they honor what he did when they took their own tests? Or do they honor what they heard about UCAD taking their tests? UCAD ain't saying anything no more about that because they're under investigation through Dillian Whyte's lawyers. I would understand why, understandably. And now they've went hush hush, if you noticed. That's an interesting point, man. They have went hush hush because they're under investigation, because they are being basically investigated. They're being investigated. So now you got Vata. He passes this test. He passes the second test. So the sample B from Vata, okay, this is what this is about. The sample B, right? It's come up clean. So now what does the WBC do? What do we do from here? Right? Do they let Dillian Whyte fight? Do they honor their own rules, or are they look and mirror or monitor other people's rules from other organizations, which is UCAD? What do they do about that? That's the question you ask yourself. Will they do that? And see, now we will know without a shadow of a doubt, people, if they really want Dillian Whyte a part of the WBC rankings or not. Because if they hold that ban, that means they're not following their own rules. And by their own rules, he passed both tests, right? Regardless of what some other test said, right? That's not their problem. It shouldn't be. But it shouldn't have been their problem in the first place, people. You see where I'm going with this? So they took all this out of hearsay. That, oh, he passed the test. Oh, we're going to temporarily suspend him until we find out what's going on. Right? So they got sample B and he passes that too. So now what are they supposed to do? By their own rules, they're supposed to uplift that ban. That's the loophole, because they need to follow their own rules. That's my counterpunch about that. But again, you guys tune in at 4 o'clock Central. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go ham. I'm going to counterpunch the UCAD, because I have some valuable information discussing UCAD. Okay. And we got to talk about that. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Dillian Whyte passing his test. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.